Dasuki is a traitor. He sold us all out to Boko Haram. Epidemiologist and software developer Farida Kaba has taken a hard swipe at the release of ex-Nigeria Army Colonel and National Security Advisor to former President Goodluck Jonathan Sambu Dasuki from detention where he was previously held. Ms. Kaba, using her Twitter handle, explained the fear and pain they experienced from the siege of Boko Haram during his tenure as security chief. She wrote, "Dasuki is a traitor. He sold us all out to Boko Haram. I lost a family member during that time. He went on patrol and their vehicle stepped on a land mine. That was it. May Dasuki never see peace in his life and hereafter. Anybody celebrating his release deserve to go the same way and to die with knife." She said nonsense. Were we not here when Boko Haram gained so much power that they could offset bomb in the capital of Nigeria? What effrontery. My husband's colleagues died at the battle line. Many of them. The only reason why my husband didn't die is because of his injured knee. He was discharged. What do you want to say about Dasuki and his cronies? Everybody in that ring deserves to die under Boko Haram knife, just like they left us at their mercy, killing our friends and families anyhow, like chickens. How about the Chibok girls? Or how they raid and ransack villages? We had nothing to hold on to. Everybody was living in fear. People stopped going to worship centers and large gatherings. Nobody was sure whether they would see the next 5 minutes or not. Dasuki and all the service chiefs, including their CNC, will never see peace. Allah Yaisa. Sambo Dasuki continues to be embroiled in the alleged embezzlement of $2 billion arms procurement deal while he was the National Security Advisor. The money was said to have been meant for the purchase of arms and ammunition for the Nigerian army against Boko Haram, but was instead used to fund elections. That act was said to have left the security agents stranded while fighting the insurgents, with hundreds of them losing their lives. This is really serious. This is a very clear evidence, very good evidence as that. Since this particular woman, Farida Kaba, a software developer, she has all this information over 4 years. Then why is it that the government did not do the needful by throwing this man inside prison? Why? These useful informations are there. This useful information, clear information, genuine information, this woman has it as a developer. Why didn't she give the is it the EFCC or the DSS and the lawyers, government lawyers? Why did she give them? I'm really surprised. You are accusing somebody of doing wrong things, and they held him. The people who held him, who found out all this, who exposed all of these atrocities, yet they just kept him there. Doing what now? If not that the US came and intervened, what would have happened? He would just be there. At least anybody that committed an offense should be punished. Why keeping him there? After doing all of these things, according to what this developer said, after doing all of these things, and they still left him, this woman has all the information and she couldn't even give the government. The government that kept this man for 4 years. What were they doing? What were they investigating? And they said they have evidence against him. I'm really surprised though, the way things work in this country. The people who say they are fighting corruption, let them fight the corruption. They can't even fight the corruption. You have this evidence, you have this information about this particular person, and you still kept the person just without anything. This is really serious. Honestly, if you ask me, this is serious. You have evidence and you are still complaining now. So keeping him in that place, is that what would have, how he would have been able to get his judgment or the punishment? Just left him there. Now he's out now. So what is the next line of action? So if they could keep that person for 4 years and they couldn't do anything by sending him to jail, so now is it now they want to start the investigation? I don't just get. Because now Lamido is saying that Buhari is not fighting any corruption, that the only reason why he kept that man there was for his own personal reason, not because of any money or any fraud of anything. And which is true. You tend to believe him because if you have evidence against him, why waiting all these years? Even the same thing happened to Sowore. You say you have this, you have that. He did this, he did that. You just come out on the pages of newspaper, on social media. You start saying all manner of things. You have him, you have the evidence. Take him to court. Why keeping him? The same treatment they gave Dasuki, that was what they were planning for Sowore. If not that, God used US to intervene, the guy would have just been there, and they would just be shouting every day, oh yes, oh he said revolution, oh this and this, oh he wants to remove Buhari, oh because he did not win the election, oh that's just what they are announcing all over the place. Yes, give the evidence or the information you are giving to the public, you are telling us, at the public space, give it to the law, the judge, let them throw them inside jail if at all you are sure of what you are talking about. All this talk, it will not hear. If you are sure of what you're saying, take them to court, let them be jailed. That's it. Unless you don't have anything against them, because if you have anything, you have a concrete evidence against them, you would have done the needful instead of just keeping them. The same, just keeping them. What kind of a country are we? And now this woman is coming out to say Dasuki did this, Dasuki did that. Does it mean the government does not have all this information with them that this woman is just trying to tell us? So keeping him there would have, this woman would have been satisfied. But now what is now happening? Okay, let's assume according to what they said. Now, since the Dasuki has been in detention, what has been happening to our security? What has been happening to even the Boko boys and the military people? This woman said, oh, what an effrontery. What an effrontery that is, they spent the money, they share the money, that even in the country capital, that these people were just, bombing everywhere. They're just doing all manner of things in Abuja. But what of now that even these guys, these Boko boys, they will take this thing. They have the audacity. Is that not audacity? She used effrontery. What effrontery? So is it not audacity for these guys to take the fight to the doorstep of the military? Which one is more critical? Does it mean things have not been happening since then? What difference have they made? All this story that we are hearing, oh, they have been defeated technically. Yes, the same governors of that zone, that area, they are coming to complain that, and some of their senators, they are saying, no, nothing, that these guys have captured, they have captured a lot of local governments, and they are in charge of a lot of places. Very recently, we heard about one state again that these guys were able to, were trying to capture again, just some days back again, or just yesterday. So what are we talking about? Who is fooling who? I don't know. Some people will tell you, some people are behind all of these things, that even the government is aware about all of these things. Because I don't know, the previous government, the same story we heard. This now, the same story. So are we sure that we will be able to win this fight against these people, this insurgency? Are we sure government will be able to handle them? Because it's a free fall. Some people will tell you, oh, even in all these developed countries, they still face all this insecurity and what have you. But it's still minimal. But in here, what we have is a free fall. It's just a free fall. And someone replied, this say, these guys use army money, share the money between themselves. Innocent soldiers and civilians lost their lives, but people are celebrating this guy. Which kind of country be this? He said he shared money. We are not disputing that. You guys have the information. Then why keeping him? That is the question. Why didn't they? What were they doing with him over 4 years that they couldn't do anything about him? They just kept him there. And you are still saying, you are telling us that that the government is doing the right thing. The government that knows everything about what this guy did, all the atrocities they are claiming that he committed, and yet they couldn't do anything. Who are you now blaming now? Who are you blaming? This is serious. Someone said this woman is naive with what is happening in the Northeast. My simple question is to this woman: has Boko Haram been defeated? Are they not committing the atrocities? Are they not mounting checkpoints on highways, abducting both uniformed men and civilians? Has everybody started sleeping with his or her 2 eyes closed? In case you don't know what is happening, take a tour on Damaturu Maiduguri Highway and see whether peace has been restored. BIU is where the chief army staff comes from. There was attack there recently. Damaturu, Chibok, local governments and other places were under attack recently. Damaturu to Dapchi in Yobe State has become a nightmare because of the activities of the these guys on that road. I see all this rubbish you are saying returning back to you before either you don't know what is happening or you have deliberately refused to say the truth. And that is what this person is saying, that all these causes that is just raining on people, that it will get back to her unless she's just naive or she's just being economical with the truth. Because with all these things that this particular person is listing now, they are still happening, no difference. And just like I always say that these guys, they change strategy, and our people are not changing strategy. They don't even have what it takes to even combat them with. They don't have the right ammunition to combat them with. They have changed strategies. So the same thing, the most the what is still happening now, that people are still dying. People were dying and people are still dying. So what difference has that made? It hasn't made any difference. Someone said it should have been wasted so many, it should have been a kid, and because he wasted so many lives. Someone said, in the name of God, let him have a breathing space. Leave him alone. What else do you want from him? He stayed in detention for 4 years. That is not the issue. Not matter of leaving him alone. What did they do with him while he was there for 4 years? Why didn't they, charge him? Why didn't they use that, all of the evidence they have against him? Why didn't they use it and just throw him inside jail or do whatever they want to do according to what the judge is going to say? Why complain? I don't understand. Agreed with what you said, with all the complaints, with all the atrocities you are claiming that he committed. Why didn't you just throw him inside jail and let us know that he's serving his jail term? So this talk is neither here nor there. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this whole thing, that Dasuki is a traitor, and because he sold them out according to what this woman is saying. Because if not for the fact that her husband was discharged, they would have, our husband's lives would have been taken as well. Let's hear your own comments and let's